Welcome to a Delco Nerd Network Hot Take. If you haven't seen a hot take before, well, it's where a few friends get in a basement, give our thoughts, give our opinions on a TV show, a movie, or a game. Today, it's going to be a TV show, and that TV show is Castlevania Season 4?
Correct.
Yeah, 4. Here to join me for this review, as always, the triple threat, Chris Trio.
Gooch, how are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I also was confused on if this was the third or fourth season, because you know what's weird?
Yeah, I just forgot.
The first two seasons are basically one season, like the first season.
Yeah, the first season
that's
is
only four episodes. So
yeah,
it kind of throws it off.
run.
So it feels like that was like the first and second season were kind of like the first full season. But yeah, man, we're here to talk it. I finished it up last night.
What a fucking finale.
It was really, it got the blood pumping.
The whole season.
And I'm not going to lie, it tricked me 2 times.
Really?
Like
How?
it got like in the way of like, in a good way. Like it made me think it was going to go one way without spoiling, and then it went another way. And I don't know, like I thought it was because
okay.
I didn't think it would like be it just to not give away too many things, but slight spoiler. It ends in a happier fashion than I would have expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like just in the way of
And
how like the show.
I like that.
But I liked it too. Absolutely. I felt like it was very well earned, and I felt like all these characters were so fun to watch individually. I think the show really. I would have loved to see more of Alucard and them and all together.
I would love to see more. Like
yeah, the triple,
Sypha,
like
Trevor, and Alucard are like the fucking dream
when
team.
they get together, it's just fun to watch. And like the animation itself in the show is just so dynamic and cool. The fight scenes are so different and like I feel like thought out. Yeah, man, these are amazing shows, and this is the guy that's going on to make an Assassin's Creed show, I'm pretty sure too. That's still in development, like an animated show, and I think he can do some wonders with it. So that gives me something. But what did you think, Gooch?
Yeah, like I said, like this, it was fucking great. I don't know what I expected. Like I'm glad, kind of glad to see shows end, even though I kind of want to see more of it. But I think the final season was definitely worth the time. Like it picks up right after the third one left off, and we kind of just build up to the culmination, the end of all these storylines with Trevor and Sypha, with Alucard, with Isaac,
And Henry
and Hector.
Hector, yeah.
Hector and the vampire castle. I forget.
I can't remember their names, like the vampire
Callista,
women. Yeah, Camilla.
Yeah, thank you. With Camilla and like the vampire stuff, like all the stories end.
Yeah, so
Not, I want to say perfectly, but like they end. They
yeah,
culminate.
I felt
they're
like
done.
the Camilla one was rather abrupt. For me, like
Yeah,
it was
it
out of
seemed-
nowhere. He's like in the like I don't know. Like I felt like maybe I missed.
think it's abrupt because the Isaac storyline crosses over into that.
Yeah,
one.
you're right.
And,
Yeah, that's true.
He kind of takes over this kingdom, and he's kind of like settling down. And he's like, well, I'm gonna go free or like take care of Hector, but also like fuck these vampires up.
No, absolutely.
And that's exactly what happens. Like it seems like Camilla is like in the middle of her conquest of the world, and like her sisters are like,
Is this worth it?
yeah, like do we want to do this?
Like we had it pretty good.
Don't you
Like,
think the argument that the big vampire lady? You know what? I gotta call this out. She was Lady Dimitrescu before Lady Dimitrescu. She was a big vampire lady.
Lady Dimitrescu?
Sorry,
No, it's I didn't know until I heard them like say it in the game. It's kind of tough to say.
No, yeah, I knew that too.
Yeah.
That it was Dimitrescu, not Dimitrescu. But like, think about like I forget her name, but she was the big vampire lady before.
But she's
Lady
more.
D.
No, I hear you. But she's more
She's definitely not
masculine.
As,
I would say, and not in a bad. That's
she
just like
she
it's just
doesn't
the way.
have the bust.
No, she does. She's more
Let's just
like
be
she's a
honest.
fighter. She's built like someone who
but
would
again,
go to war.
She is a factual big vampire lady.
Absolutely. She was.
Yeah, but I really like that conversation where they're getting ready to like move out, I guess, from their FOB, forward operation base.
Thank you very much.
Military terms. Yeah, they got an FOB set up, and they're like ready to like continue their conquest, and they're kind of like, I don't know.
No, it is
good.
good.
A little
And I did love the girl, like I can't remember their names. Sadly,
tan
the
vampire.
the smaller ones. Like, what the fuck are we? Like, she's just literally just going through the logistics of it in her mind. She's like,
this is nuts.
This is stupid. We were doing fine. We had an amazing kingdom. We were kicking ass. And it seems like it's like this thing with Camilla that like her whole thing is like she feels she needs to prove something in a way.
conquer
She's got a chip on her
humanity.
soldier's shoulder in a way because she's kind of been talked down to by a lot of other vampires. Honestly, just being a woman, it seems like that. They seem to be very traditional, I guess, in the vampire culture in some ways. But like,
fucking Vonnie.
I'm fucking Vonnie. God
I'm
damn it.
fucking Vonnie Ludden, and I'm gonna fucking do this thing. And I thought that character was
No,
funny.
yeah, I thought he was, and it was again. They go an inch like a way that I did not see coming with them with that character.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
No, it's again. I can't
to
speak
jump
to.
in.
No, we won't go too far yet. But
Yeah.
I just can't speak to the animation enough of how fun the show is to watch, especially in those frenetic fight scenes and just like.
So anime, I feel like has stepped up to this point where the graphics are so good and the fight scenes are so much more than they used to be. Like Attack on Titan last season, when they're fighting as Titans and the Titans are like just big humanoid looking things. They switch over to this 3D format to do that.
Well, and I think
they
a
can
lot of
just
animated
do more with it.
That's interesting. Like even there's certain elements in the show that are animated. Like you see, like there's one part at the end episode where there's a carriage like riding away, like that's 3D, and like they're like not 3-dimensional, not literally 3D. But I think when animated shows do it well and introduce those 3D elements in places that make sense, it just elevates the show, and I think they do it very well. And they did it well in like Avatar: The Last Airbender too. I think that's a prime example. Nothing's better than a crisp looking show. That it's just as important to me as the story itself. But also, there was a few other things in this, just story-wise, that I thought were really interesting. I liked the kind of 3-pass, like you said, with Sypha and God, why am I forgetting? Trevor. I almost said clever.
Clever Belmont.
It was interesting to see kind of Alucard bounce back from the last season, where he was kind of this like a recluse that had these weird tandem sex partners or something, and then like
no, they were. I mean, like
again, that whole storyline confused me. Like
you didn't understand what they were using him.
No, well, that's what I thought.
And then they slept with him.
And then what were the
kind of like he's bi? I guess that's the way.
No, I get it. But then he was gonna like they were gonna kill him, or like they were gonna like take his
they were
power
gonna kill him
because they didn't like because he was a vampire. So
they were vampire hunters.
Okay, I totally.
And Alucard is not a full vampire, and he doesn't like
he's
the
a half,
vampires. He hunts vampires. So they were like, we're gonna go to Alucard, learn his ways,
and then kill him. Yeah. Okay, so that makes more sense.
And they slept with him, and that's when they were gonna do it because he was most vulnerable now.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay.
I saw this meme that was like Sypha going, "Hi, this is my boyfriend Trevor, and this is Trevor's boyfriend Alucard." I was just like, "That's so true."
No, it's good. So, I thought it was interesting how. Actually, I'll back that up. I kind of thought there was some wasted time with like with Trevor's and Sypha's story in some way. Like I guess he got that like
to
the main the Wallachia, is that?
No, that's the country. Wallachia is the country. I forget the name of the town.
Yeah, but where the like kind of
where
Dracula's thing started, yeah. And they're like helping this person who believes the family court's still alive, or so she says, and you know they're going through this whole thing. I guess like he gets his cross thing from there, right? Yeah, that's kind of the main, which is fucking cool. Yeah. Again, I love how Trevor keeps up with a magician and a vampire. You know what I mean? Like but he's a human. Like that's just that embodies how like he's like the John Wick of Wallachia or whatever. You know what I mean?
I wish one thing I was gonna say. I wish I knew the context of the games. I'm like, because like I know Trevor's chain whip is kind of his thing, and I'm like, oh, like I wonder if this like same with Alucard's shield. Like he has a shield in the games. I know that, and I'm like. I was like, this has got to be a weapon from the games. I love
again, like this is the epitome of taking all the things from a video game. Like people, I feel like when they're trying to adapt a video game to no matter what it is, they really try to take these like beats that you can only do as a player and try to apply them to the game instead of just trying to apply it to the movie
story.
And trying to just take the narrative and then use that narrative to tell a cool story.
I feel the thing is with this is like it's not live action and it's animated.
You're right, so it does allow, and that's
so I feel like once you get into live action, there's like
there are some limitations.
To adapt gameplay mechanics into like a scene or something.
Well, even that like that fight's not going to be near. It just can't be as badass. They just can't do nearly as many things.
And the Castlevania games are old. Like, you know, there's not like, there's a few new
And is there
ones,
like a lot of story to them? Like that is the story. Like I really don't know.
Sypha's in
are they JRPGs? What are they again?
They're
Castlevanias, right? Isn't that what that's coined for?
Yeah,
right?
Metroidvania. Yeah,
Metroidvania.
That's where the half-vania. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're they're kind of like, well, Metroid, the original Metroid was a side-scroller action game, and they're side-scrollers.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're side-scrolling platforms. So you go through,
Okay.
Have you seen the old Metroid game? Like, do you know what that looks like?
A little bit, yeah.
I would go and just Google, like, the original Metroid or, like, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and you'll see what it looks like.
Am I wrong in saying that I've heard people say, like, Jedi Fallen Order is like a Metroidvania in the way? Like, is it the way you, go back to areas and then...
Right, you don't have this weapon or this item to do this. You'll have to come back later.
Wait, later.
That
is a mechanic. Okay, right, cool. I feel like I've heard that before. Interesting.
Yeah.
But,
or, like, Legend of Zelda is also like that, too.
That makes sense. But also, dude, I guess fucking Belmont or Alucard with his sword. I do love how it just floats.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's so cool. Like the way he uses it and the way.
I mean, also he calls himself fucking Alucard. He just calls himself Dracula back. That's not even his name. You know what his name is?
Oh
right?
no, I didn't know that. I thought that was his given name.
Adrian Fahrenheit Tepes.
Fahrenheit?
That's his middle name, Fahrenheit.
I mean, his mom did love science, so I guess that kind of makes
sense.
sense.
Yeah, his name's Adrian. Yeah,
and
but he calls himself Alucard. Yeah.
Interesting, because he is the opposite of Dracula, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Tepes.
What?
I think it's Tepesh. Dracula Tepes.
Yeah.
Tepesh.
Yeah. and then Vlad Tepes.
Tepesh. Yeah.
Tepesh. Yeah. That's like obviously who the real who Dracula was based off of, Vlad Tepes, like Vlad the Impaler, which is a cool nod back. Like I don't think this gives away. So we'll jump into some spoilers. I say, listen. If you enjoy cool animated shows, if you enjoy something like an Avatar: The Last Airbender,
I mean, I feel like you're watching this. You watched the 3 seasons.
No, I agree. I don't know. We have some people that I feel like do just watch everything, which we thank you for. So if for some reason you haven't watched this,
it's cool.
I'd say jump in,
and it's
if
an
you like
easy fucking watch.
They're 25, 30 minutes each.
You could probably finish this in 2 days
if you really want to. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like the first season is 4 episodes. That's literally
easy weekend
at 2 hours.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2 hours. The second season is 8. That's 4, and then 10 and 10, so 5. So yeah, you could finish this in like a weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's just, again, really great work by them. But to get into some spoilers, if you're still with us, I really like how they just put Dracula away. And I know he kind of plays a bit of a main part in this, where they're trying to bring back his soul.
We're talking about the end?
Yes.
Okay.
Just in general, I feel like they really didn't use him a lot after the first season. I respect that. They didn't just bring him.
Because I thought
he's coming back and doing something. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
they were very reserved with that.
Yeah.
And
they brought him back, but they really didn't. They brought him back in a
post credits almost.
Not
literally.
But him and his wife come back and they're in the body together, and
that was creepy.
Yeah,
He
was half female, half man.
Yeah, put together.
Crazy. I forget what's his name. Oh fuck.
Saint Germain or Germain.
Yeah, Saint Germain.
Saint Germain. Yeah.
Yeah, Saint Germain has a word for it, his specific thing.
Yeah.
He explains to Varney. It's me, Varney. Of London.
He's like, God damn it. I really feel for Varney. He's just trying to get by. He's like, we had this.
Yeah, I mean, not really. But...
I mean, I feel for him to a degree. Anyways, he's a good guy, which we later found out is not true. But I think they do a good job of humanizing Saint Germain, and then it does just make this kind of turn to a degree after, because I liked him a lot.
I was really surprised with that.
That's what I mean. I felt
he lost his wife in the Infinite Beyond or whatever it is.
Yeah, the Infinite Void, I think.
Or Infinite Corridor.
That's it.
Yeah, the Infinite Corridor, and I'm like, that's why he's doing all this. I'm like, I didn't see that coming. And I don't know if he's a game character either.
I'd assume he would be, yeah. I did think it was interesting. It was an interesting twist because I thought he was a very he was a bit sneaky in the third season, but I liked him a lot in the third season.
What's this guy really doing?
Yeah, and the way he felt like he genuinely appreciated them helping. It seemed like he was just a guy trying to get to see this person he lost.
He wasn't at his goal yet, so he wasn't being a dick. But now it's the goal is in sight. He's inside the Infinite
he knows
Corridor.
what he has to do. Yeah,
fucking death, dude.
That was a reveal that I thought was a cool It's funny because
fucking death.
Yeah,
whatever he says it.
So that was one of the times where they got me when he was down and he was talking to him and he going to scythe him. Oh wow, he's dead. I don't know why it sold it to me. And then when he looked up, I was like, oh shit! And then he did the entire thing through the fucking chains, went around the back. It was awesome.
Yeah,
and then I definitely thought he was dead again.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say it. Yeah, when Trevor fights death, that was epic as hell.
Dude, it was awesome.
That was right before my second COVID vaccine kicked in and I almost died. Well, I was kind of dying watching it, but
you made it through, yeah.
Yeah. Encino Man was when it was really bad. I was watching that during it.
What'd you think about the whole storyline?
Well, real quick, I wanted to bring up when the trio gets back together and they just get in and I think I forget what Trevor says. It was it's fucking Belmont.
That's so good.
Or he says and he's like, God damn it! It's Jesus Christ, I'm turning into Belmont.
Yeah, that's
just the language of which Alucard, I guess the way he says things.
Well, he's always very soft spoken.
Yeah, but he's Jesus fucking Christ. Christ.
Yeah, it's really
like
good.
he literally will say that, and it's just like I think of like it's kind of like the writing being like very charming.
It
like
feels genuine.
He doesn't talk like he's like an old English speaker. He just talks like
he's a human.
The language is very like modern.
So do we know why was he like? This is, I guess, going further back. Why was he like entombed the way he was when they find him in the first season?
I forget. I'm not sure. Actually,
I was curious about that. I don't know. I can't remember if they really explained it in the first season at all, but it was always an interesting thing because obviously Sypha, that's how the first season ends. Sypha and Trevor find Sir Alucard underneath to help them defeat Dracula himself. But Gooch is looking this up right now. I don't know. I'm curious.
Can you fill time?
Yeah, we are here.
No, like just talk.
No, I know. I'm trying to. I kind of lost my train of thought. I went on a bubble there, and I can't really remember what I was going to say.
All right, we're at the wiki here, folks.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. How he got out of why he was entombed.
Yeah.
Entombed in the
background.
Yeah. It was in this like big.
He's 20.
Oh, he's 20.
He's 20. He looks good for a 20-year-old.
He looks like he's very androgynous.
I like that though.
No,
I like when characters are androgynous.
I
like Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2 is like the same way. Actually, it's a very similar look. Long hair, kind of blonde, whitish. Like,
I mean, even honestly,
he's
Vlad is. No, I mean, it makes
19-year-old Alucard confronted his father, begging him not to kill innocent people for revenge. When Dracula refused to listen, Alucard fought his father, but was defeated, leaving him in a large scar on his chest beneath the city of Come on. An ad made it move down. Where the fuck am I? Gresset. Alucard placed himself in a coffin to recover his strength. A legend about him then spread, stating that the sleeping soldier waited beneath Gresset and that he would be met by a hunter and a scholar. So he put himself in there to heal.
Interesting. That makes sense. That makes a lot. So he confronted him after his mother was killed.
No, I think like sometime after.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and then he was entombed after he.
But Dracula didn't put him there.
No, he just left him there. It seems like interesting. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Fuck my son.
And then I guess the reason that he won this time was he had the scholar and the hunter, aka Sypha and Trevor.
Yeah. What were you about to say before I brought up the Alucard point?
I can't remember. It's okay. It's gone. That was it. I think I was just questioning why he was in that tomb.
I think Sypha, like, I don't know why.
She's one of my favorite characters.
Dude, her accent, like, she just has my heart, man.
She's
take
like,
it. Just rip it out.
I think she's Latina. I don't know her.
I think she's Spanish.
That's
like from Spain, like that accent.
Yeah,
but I looked up the actress, not Spanish.
Oh, she
doesn't have that accent. Is not a real voice.
Oh, that's one that she put on for
the character.
Oh, that's an interesting. It's a very interesting voice.
The actress is like a nobody.
I said this last time, but God, I love all the magic in this game.
I forget her name.
In this game.
In this movie.
Like there's
not even a movie.
I don't even know.
It's a TV show.
In a show. Oh my God. But like, I really love how much magic Sypha uses and how she uses it and how it's used. And I like how they really kind of play off each other in battle. Even like when he goes to slice that one vampire and then Sypha charges up his blade.
Again, when they all meet up. Like when it's
fight, the primo.
Yeah, and the Castlevania theme kicks in. One thing I'll critique. I hate how they took the intro out of the show.
The full intro?
Yeah.
Can you not even do it on the first season anymore? Or
no, they did it on the second season, but I'm like, I like the intros for shows.
Yeah,
like, why'd you take it out? Fucking
Especially
assholes.
Considering it's stock, like you can skip it too either way. So it's what are you doing?
Like, just throw it on, dude.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, dude. When they meet up and they're doing their thing, I literally cried when Trevor, like, he tells Sypha he loves her.
I love you. Yeah,
they're going away and he's going to fight. I like cried.
Then,
I legitimately teared up.
There was
a part. This is awesome.
He's like, don't name the kid this too. I was like,
Trevor. Yeah,
and I was like, did I miss something?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Was
okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I was
it.
like, but then he confirms it obviously later in the. She does confirm it later in the episode.
Like his name is actually said Trevor. I think. Yeah, that's what he says. He's like, don't name him that. Just don't fucking name do it. That.
Oh God, so good. So I really did not
and dude, and then I like how like Alucard like starts to have a love interest and like he's kind of like his faith in humanity
is being restored again. Yeah,
right. And I really like that they leave on a happy note. And Sypha comes out of Dracula's castle and she's like, we haven't seen her in 2 weeks. She hasn't said a word to anyone, and we're like, oh,
I missed that part when he said that. I didn't.
So when she comes out, the girl that he's with, she's like, are you gonna are you gonna talk to her?
So
today?
that
And
makes
she's
sense
like,
that he
she
was
hasn't said
traveling-
anything to anyone in 2 weeks.
And then that would make sense that then Trevor would have been traveling back that whole time to the cast. Okay, yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. And then Trevor's actually alive, and I'm like,
I
yes.
really did. You expect that?
No,
I didn't at all. I was like, he's dead. He's gone. Why wouldn't he be?
yeah.
Like just with the way that. But that was the second one. It was the first time he was gonna die, and the second time he was gonna die. They got me both times.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good writing, man. It's good, and it felt. It was
I was
awesome.
like, she was like freaking out. I was like, oh, this is cute.
I was watching the last episode.
And then he's like, he says something stupid, like when he's on the horse, and she's like beating him up,
and just throws him on the ground.
Yeah. And he says something like he makes a joke at something.
He's like, oh, I just said I love you because of blah 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 or something like that. It, like making it obviously a joke.
I don't think it's about that. I think it's like something like very simple. And then,
no, it was something about having kids. He's like, well, how do you think I have been such a confirmed bachelor? Or like he says something about like how because he knew that she was pregnant somehow. And then he says something about how do you think I've stayed single so long or something. But
yeah.
It's a good moment.
Fucking Belmont.
Yeah,
and they named the town Belmont, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be was it gonna be Belmont? I thought it was gonna be actually like Trevor, but he says Trevor because that's the joke. He's like, yeah.
No, he says it to him because he hates it.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
okay. Yeah.
He's like, oh, fucking shit.
But yeah, how did
Richard
you?
Armitage, man.
He's
God,
great. He's awesome
Like
in that.
all three of their voices are fucking.
They are really spot
perfect.
on. And you know, I feel like this
love
leaves
this
it in
show.
a spot where, listen, they're done. Definitely for now.
Oh yeah, this show's
But,
done.
like, I
this
think
was,
there
this was
is-
the series finale.
If they wanted to ever come back to this in like years, they can.
So recently, there's been rumblings. Netflix is going a game division,
Really?
and I'm like, what if Netflix wants to do games based off, dude? Konami, come on, guys. You know, Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid, and Castlevania are three franchises. Konami
Oh, they
is
have
sitting
Castlevania?
on.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
So it's kind of like, dude,
I feel like they could make a really cool like action game, like
Dude,
even, like,
with these
Castlevania.
characters.
Yeah, easy. Like
let's do it, man.
you could make
I'd
like a
love to
Mass
see that.
Effect style game. I think with like that, like you know what I mean, like with a part, like
I would love to play.
like where
those
you
two.
kind of have like maybe it's not necessarily exactly like these characters, but I don't know. I think that could even work still.
One thing I was looking up and I was like, no, there's Simon, Richter, and Trevor Belmont. There are three Belmonts in the series. I don't know which comes first and which is last.
interesting, okay.
So I'm curious. I was like, oh, is their kid like Simon or Richter or something?
That would make sense.
I'm not sure, but there's a lot of like time jumps.
See, that's the thing. Like that's where I could see.
it's
them
kind of
coming
funny that neither of us have the game.
No,
knowledge.
we never. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see them coming back in like 3 or 4 years and being like time jump 20 years. Trevor's kid's an adult.
right.
and we're
he's
doing that
Simon
story.
or Richter.
Yeah, exactly. And we're doing that story now, and whatever that is. But no, dude, I think this ends on a great note. I really had a lot of fun with it.
Fucking Alucard is 20 years old.
No, that is interesting.
I'm 6 years older than him.
Yeah, I mean, but
He looks like such a man.
well, I think that could be a part of his like vampirism thing. Maybe it makes you
True.
grow quick. Maybe you like age more quickly. So like really, he's kind of like.
No. I mean, he would stay the same.
Well, no, maybe he gets to like I guess adulthood quicker. I don't know.
like Trevor. I'm curious. Trevor has to be in his like our age, my age.
I think that's the idea. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
But this show, is there anything we kind of like glossed over that? What'd you think about the Hector finish up? Like how
I thought that was
How
fine.
he
I
kind
don't
of
know.
like I thought it was really interesting how like I knew he loved her. I forget that.
the other
vampire's
and
name.
it was start with an A.
I forget. But yeah, like he spares her from Isaac, and then Isaac kind of just goes and is like, "Yeah, I'm happy for the first time. I'm just gonna like do this."
And he's like, I'm done. I'm cool. And that storyline with him like teaching, like using the like what are they called, Nightkin or whatever, as
the
like
night creatures.
as like they're doing things, and he has that conversation with the really like tough to look at one.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, they could have done this with like another monster that was a little bit like a goat person or something, you know, something that's a little bit more pleasant to look at. But I think there was
Yeah,
like
what
an
are they
interesting
talking
thing.
about again? Like
He's
how,
like- he's
how
like, why are you-
why you eat people and like
No, he's like, yeah, the night creature's like, why are you having us clean up and like bury the dead? Our whole
Right,
thing
right.
is to just kill and murder and destroy. And he's like, why is that? And they kind of have this kind of questioning of like,
why
well,
they do what they do.
they do what they do because you've been told to do what you do. So like, and then he starts feeding him like grapes, and he's like,
would you
"Mm,
like a
this-"
berry? Yeah.
And he's
he
like-
asked him like 2 or 3 times.
He's like, fine, I would like another. But he's like this weird bug looking man. He's fucking disgusting. Yeah, a lot of gore in this show too. I will give that to them. They really don't hold back in that.
Yeah, I thought
respect.
it was interesting that she ended up killing herself because she like didn't want to live in a world where I guess
She
she'd
was
be, like
on
a
top, prisoner,
prisoner
basically.
and not
yeah.
on top. It was really interesting. And yeah, she walks out and just like disintegrates.
It was a cool scene.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how they kind of redeem both Hector and Isaac.
Yeah.
Like both of them kind of get redeemed, and it's like, yeah.
He cuts his finger off, right, or whatever. With
yeah, because of the ring. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, the ending could not have been happier. There's except for maybe Saint Germain kind of dies.
Yeah, that was the
one like sad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
it's sad, but like
had affinity for him at this
exactly.
point. Which at the end, it's kind of like he's like, oh shit, what am I doing?
He realizes that he's stepped.
Well, the death thing, nobody saw that coming.
No,
so
that was
like, oh shit,
and it was cool because
what am I doing?
That was such a like thrown away line in the beginning. Not even thrown away. They had that scene where they go up. Remember they go up to the death statue in like the third or second episode.
I do.
And like he's like they start to. I was like, oh, that's an interesting aside. And then I did love when he was talking to Death. He's like, no, you're a thing. You're not anything. You're just like a thing. You just eat. Entity. Yeah, like you aren't death. You're just a thing. It was really good. Oh god, gave me some chills. But I think that wraps us up, Gooch. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've been watching us live, or well, we didn't do this one live, but we usually do some ones live. You can find this podcast on every different podcast network, basically. Just search our name as well as YouTube. You can find us in a video format on there, of course. We are on all the social medias at Delco Nerds. We have a Facebook page as well as a Discord channel where we discuss a lot of fun things, including Castlevania. You can find all this information at our website, DelcoNerdNetwork.com. You can reach us, DelcoNerds@gmail.com, if you want to write in and, I don't know,
always forget the email.
About whatever. We got to make sure we check that more, so we're going to try to be better about that.
I've been checking it.
I do have notifications.
I've just been in it more.
No, I know. I have notifications on for it, though, so I do, like, now get, like, it pops up now when we do get something. So, we try to respond. But for Gooch, I've been Trio, guys. Thanks for watching. We will stay nerdy, and we will see you next time.
Right.